you'd have a hard time finding a camera bag manufacturer that's been making bags longer than Tenba has. They've actually been making soft-sided professional camera bags since 1977. That's before I was even born. And their new lineup is the Solstice series. Now, this bag is really catered toward the on-the-go outdoor enthusiast or landscape photographer. And when I first saw the lineup and I saw the market it was really kind of catering to, it definitely piqued my interest. So I immediately reached out to Tenba and let them know that I was interested in doing a review on this channel and wanted to see if they'd be interested in sending me the bag. And full disclosure, they reached out to me the very next day. They loved the idea and they sent the bag to me free of charge. Now, they're not sponsoring the video, they're not sponsoring the channel, they're not paying me to say anything particular about the bag. So whatever I do say is going to be guaranteed 100% my honest opinion. Now, the bag comes in a 12 liter, 20 liter, and a 24 liter version, and I have the 24 liter version here. So this bag really isn't meant to compete with the likes of the F-stop, Talopa, or Anjuna series, or even the Shimoda, the new Shimoda Explorer series. Those are kind of the big body adventure photography bags and in the capacity of like 40 liters and higher. So this is really meant to compete with the likes of the Lowepro Protactic or Flipside, or maybe the Mindshift Gear Backlight 26 liter or the Trailscape 18 liter, kind of that small to mid-size range. So the bag came in a couple days ago. I've been really looking forward to opening it up. I wanted to make this video first, of course, so let's go ahead and dive right in here. So let's see here. There. Always afraid I'm going to slice into the tops of these bags because I never know exactly how they're going to package them. It's never happened yet, so I'm not really 100% sure why I'm so concerned about it, but nevertheless, I am. So let's see here. Bubble wrap. There it is. All right. Oh, it's actually a little harder than I thought. Kind of like it's not as soft as I thought it would be. And maybe there's a big bag or stuffing or something inside of the bag that's kind of making it like this, but let's take it over to the desk and get a closer look. All right, so let's jump right into it. As you can see, Tenba Solstice 24 liter backpack. Let's take this twist tie off here. Now the first thing I noticed when I was taking the bag out of the box is just the rigid nature of the bag itself. So that is definitely a nice touch. It gives the feeling of added security too, because it seems like it's a pretty tough bag. And let's see real quick. And it looks like it stands up, which is always a good thing. I'm a big fan of photography bags that don't stand up on their own right. Now, definitely a little bit different when we put some gear in it, but the initial test, it has passed with flying colors, which is a good thing. Now, my first impression of the bag is it doesn't actually look like a photography bag, which is always a good thing. And I don't think any of us really want to advertise that we have thousands of dollars of camera gear on our backs or anything like that. So a little bit of incognito is always a good thing. Now, I know Tenba says this is a water-resistant nylon. There's YKK zippers all throughout the bag itself. So overall, I think it's a good-looking bag. Now, it also comes in blue as well. So let's just start opening up some pockets here. So there are little airbags inside of it. So I know this pocket here is where a 13-inch laptop computer can go. And there's also, looks like there's 3 other pockets here for smaller things, whether that's pens, pencils, backup drives, or anything related to that. Now, I do like this style here where you can have kind of all your like office-y type style bits of gear, like I mentioned, computers, pens, pencils, backup drives, things of that nature. Because when you're traveling on an airplane and you always need to get to those types of items, sometimes they're difficult to get to when the bag is, underneath the seat in front of you or between your legs or in an overhead compartment. If your laptop is in, say, the back side of the bag or somewhere else, you can easily get to it like this. This kind of reminds me of the old school backpack when you were in grade school, where the front flap would open up and you could get to all these types of items here. So I'm a big fan of that style. I like that. I also like this blue little, accent color here. That's a nice touch as well. And of course you have the Tenba tag and the Solstice 24 liter backpack. Nameplate right there as well. Designed in New York. So, and it looks like you have, and these zippers are interesting. I like these zipper pulls. Those are nice here. This little string here seems a little bit thin, but it's pretty tough, I guess. Well, of course, time will only tell with that. And there is, you know, 4 anchor points here. Now, you can store really anything else here. You could strap, you know, a sleeping bag, a backpack, jackets. Your tripod can go here. So really anything that you wanted to strap down here, you could run it right across the center as well. And now that that air bag is out of this front pocket, it is a little bit more collapsy. Is that a word? So it's not quite as rigid. Now the side is, now I knew that I would like this from the start. This actually has a dedicated water bottle holder / tripod area, which is very nice. Anybody who watches any of my bag unboxing and reviews knows that I'm not much of a water bladder fan, but more of a water bottle fan. So having a dedicated area for that is good. And this isn't an area for a small water bottle. It actually expands out there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a Velcro area here to really expand this. I mean, you can put a serious water bottle in there, which is good, and a tripod as well. Now, I don't think I could put, you know, a full-size big body, like really right stuff TVC 34L, which is what I normally shoot with, but I think a good travel tripod can fit here, maybe like the Benro Flat series. And when I do a full review of this bag, I'll definitely test it out and see. But and the other side of this bag is the exact same, so you can put either your water bottle on one side and your tripod on the other, or 2 water bottles or 2 tripods, whatever blows your hair back. And these buckles here, they're not the biggest buckles or not the smallest buckles, but I have to say that they are probably appropriate for the size of this bag. Like I mentioned earlier, this is not your big body adventure bag, so I think those buckles are nice and they're easy to open and close, which is a good thing. Now you have another pocket here. Flip this on the side. This is the top compartment. And another bag here. Pull that out. Flip it over. So, oh, and this is a pretty deep area here. So right here you have a, if you can see that, a mesh pocket here. Pretty deep area. It looks like you have an area that you can clip keys to. Always a good thing. You definitely don't want to lose those. And it's a pretty deep area. Let me flip it over here like this. So yeah, that's pretty deep. Oh, this is a nice touch here. So it has an area, well, one, it comes with a dedicated rain cover for the bag itself, which I'm always a fan of. You've got the Tenba logo right there on the center. Looks like a pretty good quality rain cover as well too. And it also has a dedicated area for the bag, or for it to go in the bag, right here in the side. Just stuff that in there. If I can get it in. There we go. So that's always a good thing. I know most camera bag manufacturers, the rain cover does not come with the bag, so it's always a nice touch when it does. So as you can see, this is a pretty deep area here. You can put a jacket, really, sky's the limit what else you want to put in there. Now what's interesting is the zippers here are different than the zippers here. I would have kind of liked these kind of zippers throughout the entire bag. I'm not sure why the difference there, but nonetheless, still nice zippers, just different zipper pulls. It looks like they're both YKK zippers, I can tell, but the zipper pulls are a little different. So now, as far as the back side goes, you have your standard harness system. You have a waist strap. We'll start here with a pretty decent sized buckle. Waist strap is a little thin. You just undo the sternum strap here and put these back. But I guess that makes sense because this is a smaller bag, so you're not going to have, 30 pounds of gear carrying around. So you probably don't need a super thick strap with this. So I'm assuming this is pretty appropriate for the overall size of the bag. But there is some decent padding here, mesh padding on the inside as well to increase some ventilation. And then the buckle seems to be pretty good quality as well. So it's a nice touch. Let me just undo that. And then as far as the actual harness system goes, you have your sternum strap here. Seems pretty standard, and you can adjust it up and down here on each side. Seems all be pretty standard stuff. And same thing with the shoulder harness. Not a ton of padding. I've definitely seen less padding. You know, like F-stop bags, even their big body bags have less padding than these do. So these are definitely nice. You know, it's tough to really tell until you get it under load and you get a few miles underneath it. But overall, it seems like pretty good quality. And then of course you have a handle here as well. Now you also have, looks like they have blue accents here for the main compartment, and once again they are missing those good, nice zipper pulls. Oh, and then before I move on, in the back here too, now it's got a, I think they called it a 3D foam ventilation system here, so, and it's definitely got some cushion to it. It's not super soft, it's not too firm either. It's a nice balance of stiffness and comfort, I guess you could say. And it has a nice Tenba logo right there in the top too. So looks like, I know the idea is to keep heat and you know, moisture off your back, which is always a good thing when you're walking. Now for the inner compartment. Wow, it's actually a lot deeper than I thought. So that's good. Now keep in mind, this is the biggest bag that they offer. This is the 24 liter. And the first thing that jumps out at me is it's definitely a deep bag. You for sure can put a big body or big pro body camera with a battery grip in here if you so choose. I'm a mirrorless shooter, so this would definitely kind of swallow up my kit somewhat. Not too much. A lot of times I like to carry my camera on the side instead of putting it flat down, so that would be fine. It's got nice, I like the blue dividers, you know, adds a little bit of contrast to the overall bag, so that's always a good thing. Just a little style point there. And these dividers seem to be pretty thick too, which is good. The Velcro is definitely solid, that is for sure. And yeah, good quality dividers. Nice stitching throughout. Like I said, the Velcro is solid, which is good. And it looks like it comes with 5 blue dividers and 2 smaller gray dividers. They all have plenty of cushioning too, and all of these are expandable, even these right here, so you could actually bring this one down to provide additional room up here in this area as well. So a lot of expandability for sure. And in this pocket here, as you can see, you can put smaller, you know, SD cards or things like that there. I think that they could have definitely put some more of these kind of pockets down here too. This seems kind of like maybe a little bit of wasted space that they could have done something with, but overall it definitely it looks nice. I'm looking forward to testing it out a little bit more. I have to say that you know, a couple of the things that really jump out at me as far as first impressions go is I really am digging the fact that it doesn't look like your standard photography bag, which is kind of a nice touch. And it's definitely got a nice sleek look to it. It can definitely hold plenty of gear, and I know it's only a 24 liter bag, but it definitely seems like it can hold. You can definitely get the 24 liters out of it for sure. It's got it's a very deep bag, and you can surely fit everything you could possibly need in there. So yeah, good stuff. So I hope the video was helpful or informative, and if you happen to be in the market for a new small to mid-size landscape photography bag, you might want to check out the Solstice lineup. I'll be sure to put detailed specs and links in the description below, so if you want to take a deeper look, you can. And if you have any questions, as always, just leave them in the comments section below, and I guarantee I'll get back to you. If you liked the video and you're not subscribed already, if you could subscribe, I definitely would appreciate it. It lets me know that the direction I'm taking the channel in is the right one, so that positive feedback is greatly sought after and very well appreciated. So I'll see you all next week. Bye.